You should now be on page 183. Look at example 3. Example 3 says the table shows the number of pages Garrett has left to read after a certain number of minutes. The points lie on a line. Find the slope of the line. Choose any points from the table and find the changes in x and y value. What I would encourage you to do is to go through and just find all of your changes. So in other words, to get from 1 to 3, I'm going to add 2. To get from 3 to 5, I'm going to add 2. To get from 5 to 7, I'm going to add 2. I'm going to do the same thing on my y's. To get from 12 to 9, I subtract 3. To get from 9 to 6, I subtract 3. And to get from 6 to 3, I subtract 3. Slope is rise over run, which is your up and your down over your left and your right. If you think about the axes, your y-axis runs up and down, and your horizontal axis is your x, which runs left to right. So slope is going to be your change in y over your change in x. My change in y is my pages, which is -3. My change in x, or my horizontal change is my change in x, which is my +2. So my slope is going to be -3 over 2. Pause the video and work on letters B and C. Letter B says find the slope of each line. This goes back to example 2. Remember, slope is rise over run, which is your up and your down over your left and your right. My up and my down is my blue line. So if I count my blue line, I get 1, 2, 3. So my rise is 3. My horizontal change is my red line. If I start at the point where my blue and red meet and count, I get 1, 2, 3, 4. This line is going up from left to right, which means it is a positive line. So my slope is 3 over 4. If you haven't yet, pause the video and do letter C. Letter C, we're going to find the slope of this line. So I'm going to start by finding my change in x. To get from -6 to -2, I'm going to add 4. To get from -2 to +2, I'm going to add 4. To get from 2 to 6, I'm going to add 4. To get from -2 to -1, I'm going to add 1. To get from -1 to 0, I'm going to add 1. To get from 0 to 1, I'm going to add 1. Slope is your y over your x. My y change is 1. My x change is 4. So my slope is 1 over 4.